first of all, I have to say that I'm very happy and excited about being this close to you. Welcome to Turkey again.
Thank you.
If you're ready, I have a few questions for you.
Sure, yes.
The track list of new album, That Magnetic, is revealed last week. When will the album be ready? Is there something certain about the first single, about the release date?
Well, we are shooting for a mid-September release, and we think that the first single is going to be called "The Day That Never Comes." At least that's how I remember it.
Everything is certain.
Yeah,
so.
things can change between now and then. But that's what we're shooting for is a mid-September release. Yeah,
we know
worldwide,
worldwide.
Yeah, yeah.
The same single worldwide.
Yeah.
Yes. We know that the new album includes long tracks and sounds like your early days. Where does the name That Magnetic come from? Is Unforgiven 3 going to be like the other two, or is it only the name becoming a tradition? And are we going to listen new Metallica songs tonight?
Well, we're probably not going to play any new material tonight, only because we're going to get closer to the actual release date, and then once we're closer to the release date, we're going to start playing new songs. Unforgiven 3 really doesn't have anything similar to the other two Unforgivens. The only thing is similar is that it is a ballad. And Death Magnetic is actually a line from one of the songs. At one point, James screams out, "Death Magnetic!
Death Magnetic! Prophecy reveal!"
And we thought, wow, that'll work for an album cover or album title in a snap. And so we went with that.
With its almost 30 years history, Metallica is still hard as nails. Despite some hard times, since 2003, as you said, we are watching the return of the Four Horsemen. Can we say there is total democracy in Metallica? How can you set and keep this balance?
Well, we're all older now, and we've moved on so much from that whole saint anger period and some kind of monster period. I mean, we've grown so much more as people. We're a lot more mature, a lot more responsible. The communication is a lot better these days. As far as democracy goes, it's always been a democracy. I mean, when it comes to like smaller decisions, a lot of times Lars will take it upon himself to and make that decision. But when it comes to decisions that truly matter, that affect everyone in the band, it is a democracy in that regard. And it's not easy being democratic sometimes. But I mean, it isn't anything that we can't iron out, over time. I mean, sometimes in a democracy it's 3 against 1, and when you find that you're the odd man out, you just kind of have to accept it.
Yes, change your idea.
Yeah, and each one of us has been the odd man out, any number of times in the past, and it's just how it is.
While I was preparing for this, I read an interview from 1992. Lars was talking about Iraq, the war, and defending Don't Tread on Me. I realized that since then we all have changed, but the world hasn't changed nor got better. What do you feel? What do you think about it? Who is responsible for this, according to you?
It's hard for me to really say, who is ultimately responsible for the state of the world right now. I can say that the leadership that the United States has been under for the last 8 years or so has been seriously misguided, and the large majority of people in the United States are not a warmongering people. I mean, we want peace and harmony just as much as everyone else. It's just that the people in power have a different idea of how to achieve peace and harmony, and it's not working. It obviously isn't working. So, I mean, now is a really exciting time in the United States because we actually have a chance to correct all the things that have gone wrong in the last 8 years. And it's, a lot of people in America are very hopeful because, we don't want to see this separatism that or this war on culture that's going on. I mean, we would rather be in harmony with the rest of the world rather than be at war with the rest of the world. And that's what it feels like these days because, as an American who's traveled abroad extensively, there are people who look at us, and think, oh, you're American? Ugh. And I'm like, hey, don't blame me. Blame, the people who are making the decisions, I have the same problems you do. I mean, that's just the way it is right now. So hopefully we'll be able to correct this.
Yes. When you think of your songs, Years, and Metallica image, which feeling would you like to come in mind with? Just one word: passion, fun, hunger, power. How would you like to remember?
I'd like to be known as a band that did their best all the time.